I thought it was a prank call to begin with because you don't normally get a call from the Royal Canadian Mint. My name is artist Doug Comeau. I am a professional artist in pencil, and my studio gallery is here in Frankfurt, Ontario. My passion started, I'd probably say like Great Falls, Montana comes to mind. I was 10 years old when we moved there, and just the scenery and the artist that I ran across when we visited Yellowstone National Park. His name was Charles Russell. He was a realist in charcoal, and he did all the native scenes of the buffalo and the cowboys and the Native Americans. So I got enthralled with that. Montana was probably my biggest influence, but many things. Actually living across Canada, my father was in the military, and being what they call a base brat, I got to see a lot of different country, a lot of different things. So yeah, my interest in subject matter became quite eclectic because of that. My military background started in 1979, so that took me to Shearwater, Nova Scotia after my training in Borden, Ontario and Kingston, Ontario. I've worked on probably 10 or maybe even 12 different aircraft in my military career, which spanned about almost 22 years. Balancing the military career and the art business, it was a challenge. I had to juggle a whole bunch of things. So it was basically a hobby business. It wasn't like demanding. I just did what I could to go to shows and have enough material to go to shows. I did a lot of conservation dinners to, I guess, promote myself and give back to the community and just build up a portfolio. The Royal Canadian Mint was an awesome project. I thought it was a prank call to begin with because you don't normally get a call from the Royal Canadian Mint. When they approach you, they only give you a month to do the project. It's not a big drawing, but it's a specific type of drawing. They figure out which concept they would like to use, and they move forward to actually getting on the coin. When they brought up the subject matter of bison, I thought about Montana and my roots when I was young, about the subject matter that I did draw back then. And it was bison, and it was cowboys and Native Americans and various different sceneries, the Western sceneries. But yeah, it is kind of funny because that was a highlight, one of my highlights in my art career so far, getting that coin project. And then having to do another one too, another bison project was good, and getting awarded the coin on both bison projects, which is, yeah, that's a cool thing. The pencil medium of all different types, color pencil, charcoal, and graphite, it's just such a fine medium. That's what I was interested in that from the very beginning because of my inclination to detail. What I like to do in high detail, what they call hyperrealism nowadays. It's just such a fine point. I can get right down to the pixel level almost if you want to relate it to digital. But from there, I can get into charcoal, which allows me to get larger surface areas. I use different size brushes to blend the charcoal, and then I can get the sharp point and go back into the fine detail too. So I get the whole gamut, from the whole range of dark to light in high detail that way. And it's the blending principle about charcoal I like too. The softness that you can get, you can get very, very realistic with charcoal. I love the detail. I love making something come to life by hand. The time that it takes to do that, I mean, depending on the size of the piece, can take, a couple hundred hours even. But I don't know, I'm just infatuated with that. Everybody asks me, how do you have the patience to do that? I say, well, if it was patience, I wouldn't do it. It's more the passion work. Most of my commissions, they actually come from all across Canada. Social media has a big part of it. And being a veteran in the military, I got involved in the Facebook Veterans Marketplace. And that just opened up the doors. I was doing posts of other commissions that I had done in some of my previous work and current work, and people just started following me and asking about commissions, and it hasn't stopped. Handing somebody the final product after a commission request is probably the most gratifying part about what I do. And unfortunately, I end up doing dogs that have deceased, cats, pets, unfortunately, humans, people that have lost their loved ones. And it can be really emotional when they come to the gallery to pick it up, and it happens quite a bit. But it's very humbling, really. It's just amazing. And I love doing it for that reason. I don't want to reinvent the wheel, even though I have tried many other different things, but my forte is pencil and now charcoal, because I love doing larger projects. So yes, I would remain with pencil probably forever, till I can't do it anymore.